All right, everybody can hear me good. Hopefully, everybody can hear me good. But want to welcome back everybody to the Game Time Voice YouTube channel here on the Game Time Voice YouTube network. I'm your host, Mike Walsh, and I want to thank you for joining me as always. And today we're going to have a little bit of a live stream and a hangout, so to speak, as the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees will continue their four-game set in the Bronx as Garrett Crochet will go for the Red Sox and Will Warren will go for the Yankees. We'll get a look at the starting lineups here in just a sec. We'll take a look at the Red Sox first as they'll be leading off in the top of the inning. Roman Anthony will lead off and play right field today. Alex Bregman, the second batter and third baseman. Jaron Duran in left field. Trevor Story at the shortstop position. Nathaniel Lowe, the recent pickup after being let go by the Nationals, played well for the Red Sox. He will be at first base today. Masataka Yoshida will slide into the DH spot. Cedar Rafael will move from second last night to center field today. David Hamilton will replace him at second, and Carlos Narvaez will do the catching for Garrett Crochet. So I want to welcome all of you guys and our viewers as best we can and hope you guys are enjoying yourselves here today and this game. If in case you missed it, the Red Sox have taken the first two games of this series as it was a 6-3 win on that this today is Saturday, right? Yes, on Thursday for the Red Sox, and then a 1-0 grind out win behind seven strong innings from Brian Bayo. And so we will take a chance to hopefully grab three out of at least three out of four, if not a sweep, as the Red Sox will finish off this series tomorrow against the Yankees. Red Sox come in 70 and 59, holding the top wild card spot in the American League, and I believe 5 or 4 games behind the Blue Jays in the AL Eastern Division. Yankees right behind them. I believe just a half game out of the first wild card spot, but currently holding the second wild card spot. So be interested to see how this series shakes up going forward. First up, just want to check for all of our viewers here right now. Just want to see how the audio levels are doing. If you guys want to see how that's going or what that is, just let me know. If you want it up, if you want it down, if you want anything really, just let me know. We'll be happy to do it. Of course, they're not going to get a chance to start on time as usual. So be interested to see when we can get started. We were scheduled for 1:05, but it's New York and they want to be difficult. So right now, at least on the broadcast, Yankees haven't even hit the field yet. So matter of fact, I think the manager's still exchanging the lineup cards. So oh no, now they're heading back to the dugout. So the Yankees will be on the field hopefully in just a second. For all my viewers who are joining us early here today on a Saturday afternoon. Appreciate you guys joining me and the channel. Um, hope everything is going well, and just wanted to ask around just to see what do you guys think of the brand new score bug? I found a nice website that's going to allow me to do this as best as I can. Hopefully, it's nice for you guys to look. It was better, I think, than what I used to have, which was this screen right here. Just to look ahead, but I kind of like this better. This looks real nice, and I have the controls to change it also. So we'll see how this goes. Probably, I would say 2 minutes away from first pitch as the Yankees finally make their way out of the dugout. Leave it to the Yankees to be late for everything. The Red Sox 7-1 against the Yankees this season and have played very, very well against the Bronx Bombers. So see if that streak will continue. Red Sox look like they're going to be wearing their grays today with the red letters and numbers. The Yankees, of course, in their always noticeable pinstripes, white uniform with blue pinstripes, Yankee logo on the chest, and we'll be interested to see how they kind of line up. We'll get to their lineup when they come up to bat at the bottom of the first. But for defensive purposes, we'll take a look right now. Paul Goldschmidt at first base, Caballero at second base. At shortstop, it's Anthony Volpe, and at third base, it's Anthony Rosario. Left to right in the outfield, Cody Bellinger, and left Todd Grisham in center field, and in right field, Giancarlo Stanton, and it's Austin Wells doing the catching for Will Warren. As it is about 82 degrees. Actually, no, check that. It's about 84 right now here in Malden, but is 82 in the Bronx with about 3% less humidity. There's a little bit of an uptick as we've had a beautiful week so far, weather-wise, in the New England region. All right. So Roman Anthony will dig in to lead us off here as we're just about set around 1:10 Eastern Time. And we will get started. And the first pitch of the game is a strike, apparently. That looked like it was low, but we will take the umpire's word for it. And so Anthony down 0-1. Pitch number two is just outside. That is a ball. So the count 1-1 to Roman. The 1-1 pitch to the Red Sox prize young outfielder. Here it is. And that is a strike at the bottom of the zone. So it's 1-2. And Roman's down in the count, just three pitches in. Bill Warren stepping up. And that is a check swing, and Roman went around. So Will Warren with his first strikeout of the day, and Roman Anthony is gone here in the first. And it was a bad, bad effort to hold up his swing. For the viewers, I don't know if you guys heard, and if you didn't, then you're probably thinking what the heck he's talking about. But I got a pitch clock here up with me, but I don't think I'm gonna touch with that. We're gonna reset as the first pitch to Alex Bregman is a ball. So one out here in the second. Bregman's 1-0. It'll foul that off. So the count now 1-1. Will Warren, about 40% of his fastball and about 21% of his sinker and 21% on the sweeper. So his three main pitches, does have five, but doesn't use the other ones often. As Bregman will ground one to Rosario, he'll glove and throw it, and that'll be two down here in the first. And that'll bring up Jaron Duran. Let's see, Jaron on the year, batting 259. So about mid here for the Red Sox outfielder. And the first pitch he will take just outside for a ball. So count 1-0 to Jaron. Red Sox trying to win their third game of the series. That pitch is up and away. And the count now 2-0 Jaron. Like I said, 259, 12 home runs, 69 runs batted in. Reached base in 40 out of his last 43 games. So Jaron been getting on base a lot. The 2-0 outside 3-0. So here's count here for Jaron. Let's see how See what he does here. If he's got the take sign on, if he's going to swing away, he does have the take, and it's going to be just outside for ball four. So runner on first for the Red Sox here. And I'll bring up Trevor Story with the runner on. I don't want to get into awards because awards can get very, very, I would say, strange, really. But as the first pitch to Trevor is right there for strike one at the bottom of the zone. Trevor, 257, 19 home runs, 79 runs batted in, needs two home runs for, I believe, 200 in his career. With Duran off first at about 81% stealing bases. The 0-1 Trevor, just outside, and the count's 1-1. As I was kind of saying earlier, I believe they have a Comeback Player of the Year award in MLB. And I don't usually get into awards because people will be like, oh, he's got some bias. I don't know how Trevor can't win it with his production today. The 1-1. And Story will line one into right field, but it's right at Giancarlo Stanton. And that will retire the side. So, Red Sox got a runner on, Jaron Duran, but Trevor Story lines out to Giancarlo Stanton, and Garrett Crochet will take the bump. When we come back at the bottom of the first, it's Red Sox nothing, Yankees nothing here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. So while I got you guys here for the foreseeable future, if you guys wouldn't mind taking a chance and going over to the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. And if you haven't, hit that subscribe button as we were up to 18 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 20 by the end of the live stream today. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate it. If you are subscribed, why don't you go ahead and send this channel off to your friends as best you can. If you haven't subscribed, then go hit the subscribe button. It should be right about here. Um, and go and show some love. Got a new football commentary that came out this past Monday. Got a brand new episode of the Game Time Voice Report that came out this past Wednesday. I do appreciate you guys. We've gotten a lot of love on the shorts front recently. Um, have one up of Roman Anthony's monster home run this past week, and Jim Furyk, former assistant captain, getting us ready for the Ryder Cup coming up in September. So, go and show those some love as best you can here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. And I have at least a video coming up this week on Friday. And of course, the Game Time Voice Report coming out on Wednesday. I will be perfectly honest, not sure if there will be a commentary video on Monday. I'll see if I can get this live stream into a highlight video. We'll see if we can do that going up. But we're back live here on the channel, and Garrett Crochet ready to deal against Paul Goldschmidt. The first pitch is a ground ball that will go foul. Rolled up the left side, the third base side, and went foul on the dribble, and Alex Bregman touched up, so the count 0-1. So Paul Goldschmidt to dig in first against Garrett Crochet, batting 281 on the year. Goldschmidt back kind of twiggling, and Garrett Crochet's 0-1 pitch was a swing and a miss on a changeup below the zone, and quickly it's 0-2. Garrett's 0-2 pitch, bottom of the zone, swing and a miss badly on a sweeper. And that is the first strikeout of the day for Garrett Crochet already, just 3 pitches in. Take a look at the defense here for the Red Sox. If you're just joining us, Alex Bregman at third base, Trevor Story, the shortstop, David Hamilton at second, and Nathaniel Lowe at first. Left to right, Jared Duran, Cedar Rafaela, Roman Anthony, and Carlos Narvaez doing the catching for Crochet. And here's the big guy, Aaron Judge, who will ground one foul on the third base side, and the count quickly 0-1. Judge 327, 40 home runs, 92 RBIs, and leads the league in average OBP and slugging percentage, but he'll swing and miss at a sweeper, and it's 0-2. Garrett Crochet dealing early and doing a good job of it thus far. Judge, bat above his shoulders, 0-2 from Crochet, swings and misses on a high fastball at 99 miles an hour. And Crochet is locked in early with two straight strikeouts. 99, just above the belt buckle, because Aaron Judge is a massive human being. Judge couldn't catch up with it. And that will bring up Cody Bellinger, batting 270. And the first pitch from Crochet is a ball down and away in a 98-mile-an-hour sinker. So unfortunately, there goes the immaculate inning for Crochet. The 1-0 is a ground ball to second base. Hamilton knocks it down, but unable to get that squared away. Let's see how they score that. Tough was a tough play at first, and Hamilton knocked it down, but Lowe went over to get it, so Crochet was going to have to get over. Let's see how they kind of score that one. And here comes Giancarlo Stanton. His first pitch is just off the plate, and the count is 1-0. And he gave that a single. It's going to be a tough play. Stanton swings and misses at a cutter up in the zone at 89 miles an hour. It's 1-1. Giancarlo 301, 15 home runs, 40 RBIs. The 1-2 punch of Judge and Stanton still looms large in the American League as Stanton will foul back a four-seamer, and the count is 1-2. For Crochet, four-seam and cutter are really his main pitches, although he will sprinkle in a sweeper and a sinker every now and again. The 1-2 pitch from the ace, just high, and the count is 2-2. Goldschmidt on first. Crochet 2-2. Right there for strike three. So one runner got on, one hit, but three strikeouts for the ace of the Red Sox. And they will come back up after one. It's the Red Sox 0 and the Yankees 0 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Once again, I want to welcome you guys into the channel. I'm your host, Mike Walsh, and I thank you for joining me here for our Saturday stream watching the Red Sox and the Yankees. If you guys would mind, make sure to like the stream, leave a comment down below in the chat. I should say leave a comment in the chat below, because we are live right now, different between chat and a comment. And if you guys can share this with your friends, I'm gonna actually do that right now on my end. But if you guys want, share it with your friends, tell them to share it with their friends, and then we can get an entire good hangout as best we can. All right. So I want to hear some thoughts because I got some thoughts on the Red Sox postseason. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Absolutely. I think if they don't, um, it might be worse than what happened in 2011, which was Francona's last year. What can they do in the playoffs? That's a different question. As we are back at the first pitch, to Nathaniel Lowe is a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and grounded to first. Goldschmidt's going to cover and he's going to give it up to Will Warren. And that is the first out of the inning. And I'll bring up Masataka Yoshida, who is DHing today for the Red Sox. Some days he's good, sometimes he's not. But then again, he spent most of the year out with an injury and rehabbing that as his first pitch is a strike just off the outside, just on the outside corner. Excuse me. He's batting 233 with 2 home runs. The 0-1 pitch from Warren is right there on the same inside corner for strike two. And Warren's 0-2 pitch is shot out to center field, and that will be a base hit. So Massa down 0-2 with some good hitting there. And the Red Sox with the runner on. Sent it right back up the middle and over the head of Volpe and into center field. Now bring up Cedon. Having his best year with the Red Sox by far. That one comes in a little bit inside. 248, 14 home runs, 52 runs batted in, but also on the defensive side. Fourth among outfielders with 16 defensive runs saved. So been hitting it with the glove as well as the bat this year, and he'll ground one to third. Rosario will go to second for one, on to first, but unable to get Rafaela. So runner will stay on first, but that is the second out of the inning as Yoshida is gunned down at second. And now bring up David Hamilton, who I think is the lone Red Sox player who's not batting above 200 in the entire roster. No, I checked that. I believe Connor Wong might still be under 200, although he's probably around 190. David Hamilton's hovering around 178. And the first pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-1 the count. Again, 178 with 3 home runs, although, and they just flashed it up on the Nesson screen, so thank you, Nesson, for allowing that to happen. He spent 3 different stints in Worcester between call ups and such. He'll look at a ball on the outside. So he often is the guy that gets sent down most of the time whenever they call up a new player. The 1-1 pitch to him is down at the bottom of the zone, and a throw down to second. Cedon is gunned out. I don't know if he took a late jump, but he was out in plenty of time. And so the inning will fizzle out there. So at the end of 1.5, Red Sox 0, Yankees 0 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. So, for all our current viewers, want to give a special shout out to all of our viewers here joining us today. Hope everything is going well. Um, Figured this probably be a good place as any to announce it. Um, as you guys have been looking, I have posted a lot of commentary highlights on the channel, and you guys have kind of, I'll be honest, those videos don't get as many views as I want them to. Just because I want those to get as best I could. Although I will say this, um, the football and the soccer commentary videos are not doing as good as other ones. The knapsack volleyball video you guys did amazing with in terms of views, so I want to thank you guys for that. I wasn't really sure. I was going back and forth on whether to post that one or not, but you guys made it clear that I made the right decision on that. Um, I will say you guys seem to enjoy the hockey content a lot more as we are back from commercial, and the first pitch from Garrett Crochet to Anthony Rosario is a strike. But actually, no, excuse me, that was a ball. But it's not going to matter because that is a shot into center field for a base hit by Rosario. So we got a runner on first here early for the Yankees. So looking at it here, Cedon took a little bit of a hop, and then when he saw the ball in the dirt, then he decided to take off, and he was gunned down rather quickly. So getting back to my point, seems like you guys enjoyed the hockey contents well so much. But I will say this: as Trent Grisham steps in, and first pitch he will see is a strike right down the middle. Grisham 246, 23 home runs, 48 RBIs on the year. Uh, Rocking the shades and the mustache. And the 0-1 pitch is foul back. Didn't think in my lifetime I would see the Yankees with facial hair. Well, actually, no. Actually, no. I thought I would at some point. I don't think it would have been this young. And a lot of probably my older viewers would say that it should have happened a long, long time ago. But the 0-2 pitch coming up for Grisham, that is a ball down. So the count is 1-2. So I will say, and I will say it right now, this 2 weeks from, actually, no, 2 weeks from yesterday, so September 5th, I will be back on the commentary booth. As a ground ball to second could be two. Hamilton will go to second for one, on to first, and Story sails it high into the Yankees dugout. And the runner, I believe, will probably go to second. I believe that's one out. I believe the runner will go to second. Um, Could be wrong. Yes, runner will go to second. So Grisham now at second, and we'll bring up Anthony Volpe. But September 5th, mark you guys' calendar. Make sure your subscriptions aren't over with Be Big Live and My Hockey Live. I will be returning to the commentary booth as the high school football season kicks off. First pitch to Volpe is lined to Story. He will catch it on the fly with two gone, with Grisham holding at second. Now we'll bring up Caballero. So September 5th, mark your calendars. Make sure your subscriptions are in order. We're bebiglive.com and myhockeylive.com with the Always On Media Group. I will be back at Donovan Field at Malden Catholic, when the Lancers will take on, I believe, the Nashua South Panthers. I believe it is Nashua South. I will double check that just to be sure as Caballero digs in. Yes, is Nashua South High School. So Nashua High School, South High School Panthers is the Malden Catholic Lancers. So September 5th, mark your calendars. I will be returning to the broadcasting. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see when that video will come out. 1-0 pitch to Caballero is a swing and a miss at a ball down in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. I'd like to welcome all of our new viewers here. Bottom of the second, two outs, runner on second, 1-1 count to Caballero versus Garrett Crochet. Nothing, nothing. Your score here, as Crochet will miss with a sweeper outside, and the count is 2-1. Crochet, glove at the chest. His 2-1 pitch, again outside, this time on a cutter, so the count is 3-1. Again, if this is your first time joining or watching a YouTube live stream, I cannot show the game because of copyright laws, but get this nice scoreboard and my voice. Crochet will throw a changeup in for a strike, so the count is full at 3-2. And Trent Grisham will be off at second. Full count pitch by Crochet is fouled back on a four seam at 98 miles an hour. All right, Caballero back into the box. Crochet, glove back up at the chest. 3-2 pitch and ball four just high out of the zone. So a walk by Crochet, two runners on. I believe this will bring up Austin Wells, and it will. The catcher for the Yankees. Been 211, 17 home runs, and 58 runs batted in. 17 home runs is a career high for him. He'll swing and miss at a sweeper at the bottom of the zone for a count of 0-1. Crochet's 0-1 pitch is jammed into short center field, but Story is out there to catch it. So two runners left on by the Yankees, and 2 innings in the books as the Red Sox and the Yankees are still scoreless from the Bronx at Yankee Stadium here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. So again, now they got a commercial break, I can explain to it. September 5th, Donovan Field at Brother Gilbert Stadium, Malden, Massachusetts. I will be on the call for Malden Catholic High School football against the Nashua South High School Panthers. Both teams will begin their season as high school athletics has returned after about a 3-month hiatus. So, I will give you guys a little bit of a look right here. Here's the link right here, bbiglive.com, September 5th, 6 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you've got your subscriptions all set and ready to go. You can decide which type of subscriptions you guys want. If you guys want just that game, you can do that. If you just want the fall athletic season, you could do that. Or if you want for a year from when you pay for it, that would probably get you the fall and the spring athletic seasons, although it might be able to get you the winter too. Although for that, go to myhockeylive.com. So I know that most of the people that watch my videos are Boston sports fans. So This is probably more a Red Sox centric live stream, but don't worry, I won't. I'll make sure I'll be monitoring the chat as David Hamilton will dig back in. He'll look at a ball outside as we are now in the uh, top of the third. As it is now, actually, excuse me, reset. It is now 2-0 to David Hamilton. Or at least it should be. I am, yep, there we go. Top of the third here. This is now a 2-1 count to David Hamilton. And the pitch from Will Warren up in the zone, and Hamilton will foul that back. So the count is 2-2 to David. 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss at a change up down below the zone. And one out here in the third inning. It'll bring up the former Yankee Carlos Narvaez, who's reached safely in each of his first 6 games versus his old team. Batted 243 with 10 home runs and 36 RBIs. The first pitch you'll see from Will Warren is inside ball one. And Narvaez will single one into right field. So base runner here for the Red Sox with one out here in the third, and it'll bring back the top of the order. And back up comes Roman Anthony. 279, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs for the kid. Struck out in the first on a check swing. First pitch to the kid is a swing and a miss at a sweeper down around his shoe tops, and it's 0-1. Roman normally very patient at the plate, but swinging a bad one there. There's a good eye as he looks at a ball down, and the count is 1-1. Narvaez will lead off first, and Warren will get his sign from Wells. The 1-1 pitch is just below the zone on the right hand side, and counts 2-1. Anthony with the bat above his shoulders, Wells with the glove just above the belt buckle, and the 2-1 pitch is grounded foul on a 95-mile-an-hour sinker, and the count is 2-2. Looks like a beautiful day in the Bronx. It's been a beautiful week here in the city, in the state of Massachusetts, and around the New England region, really. A little bit warmer here today, but not too bad. As 2-2 pitch is going to have to hold as Warren will check on Narvaez. As the next pitch is high for Roman. Sorry, a little bit distracted here. I'm just going to get rid of that pitch clock. We're not going to use it as much as we thought. So the 3-2 pitch to Roman Anthony is swung on and belted into right field, and that's a base hit. Stanton over to cut her off. Narvaez will actually scamper on to third. So first and third, with one out here, and the Red Sox threatening the Yankees in the top of the third. That will bring up Alex Bregman. Pitched just on the left part of the plate, and Anthony smoked one into right center field. And Stanton just kind of lobbed it in, and Narvaez decided to take third. Let's see what happened here. Narvaez picked up Stanton. Actually, Narvaez never really slowed down. Might have just been like a soft hit ground or soft hit line drive as best he could, and was off on the pitch. And now bring up Breggy. First pitch to him is a sweeper that got away from Warren. High in the zone. The count's 1-0. Bregman batting 308 with 16 home runs, 52 RBIs. Grounding out in the first, and is only that bat of the day. Narvaez at third, Anthony at first. 1-0 pitch to Bregman. Below the zone, count 2-0. Jaron Duran lurking on deck. And now a mound visit as Austin Wells will talk with Warren. Oh, we get a pause in the action. Want to send a special congratulations to the Jimmy Fund for the annual radio telethon. Hit the $5 million mark. And their 2-day telethon on Monday and Tuesday of this week. So congratulations to them. Jimmy Fund, always a great support and always a great way to raise some money for cancer research. So shout out to them on another great job this year, raising a lot of money. Back to action here. Bregman's 2-0 pitch is right at the top of the zone on the inside corner for a strike, and the count 2-1. Runners will take their lead. 2-1 pitch to Bregman. High and inside. Bregman's got to duck out of the way there. It was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball right up by his chin. And the count's 3-1. Bregman, right, it was actually right around his shoulder. 3-1 pitch, and he will pop this one up behind home plate. Wells will get rid of the mask, but was battling the sun and hit off the backstop there. So Bregman stays alive on a full count now. Narvaez won't be going. We'll be interested to see if Roman goes on the pitch. Again, replay here. Wells thought he had it. It stayed in play, but probably just got it lost. Warren's up to 42 pitches here in the third inning. And his 33rd pitch about to come to Bregman with a full count. And that one is inside, ball 4. So the bases are loaded here for the Red Sox, which, if you watch the Baltimore series, not necessarily the most dangerous of situations if you're a Yankee fan. But we'll see if Jared Duran can change that. 259, 12 homers, 69 runs batted in, walked in the first. Narvaez at third, Anthony at second, Bregman at first. First pitch to Jaron, right at the bottom of the zone, there for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch to Duran, and he will foul this one up the left side. So the count is 0-2. Duran, probably not the best guy you want up at the bases loaded. Career 192 hitter with a double and a home run with the bases loaded. And I just got the announcer jinx as Jaron will swing and miss at a ball way down below the zone for a strikeout. Two gone here in the top of the third. I think that might be my first ever announcer jinx. That's an interesting sort of tidbit. I'll bring up Trevor Story. He'll look at a sinker outside for ball one. 257, 19 home runs, 79 runs batted in. Hit a ball to Giancarlo Stanton for a line out in the first. Runners take their leads to 1-0 to Trevor, and he will swing and line one into left field. That's a base hit. Narvaez will score. Anthony will score. And let's see where Bregman ends up. Bregman will end up at third. So Trevor Story with the double, and the Red Sox will strike first. It is 2-0. Trevor Story continues his hot streak. I am making sure that is, yes, that is Trevor Story's 20th double of the year. And another mound visit here for the Yankees. So I might, yeah, we might, you guys might see this again. If you are watching, great. And if you haven't been watching, great. I'm going to see if I can download this. This might be your commentary video this upcoming Monday. We'll see how this goes. Nathaniel Lowe battle in with the runners on second and third and two gone, and he'll look at a ball below the zone. 1-0 pitch to Nathaniel. He will foul that one back. Story at second, Bregman at third. Red Sox up 2-0 on a Story double that plotted Carlos Narvaez and Roman Anthony. And now Nathaniel Lowe will look at a ball up. Daniel's been a good pickup off the waiver market for the Red Sox and a first baseman they have needed. And now he will foul a four-seamer back, and the count is 2-2. Low, bat off his shoulders. The 2-2 pitch, he will look at it high, and the count is 3-2. I don't think either runner will be off, as you don't want Story right on top of Bregman. Although he might if Bregman gets down the line quick enough. 3-2 pitch, and Lowe will look at ball four. So the bases will load up again. And that'll bring up Yoshida, who was 1 for 1 today with a single. Bregman with the oven mitt Wally glove on third base. Nice little thing there. Yoshida will line one and dropped, but covered nicely there by believe that was Rosario. I could be wrong at second. So the Red Sox will get two, but that is all they will get, and the bases will be left stranded. So after 2.5, Red Sox 2, Yankees nothing, here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Now, for those of you who are still with us and watching, I am keeping notes on when in the stream events happen because, like I said, I want to see if I can download this and make a commentary highlight for Monday. Um, because I think everybody would kind of enjoy that a little bit. And mainly, that will allow me to have something for Monday and possibly the next Monday if we do more live streams in the future. I'll ask you guys this question. We haven't really had a chance to do a lot of live streams just because there hasn't been as much going on. We obviously got the Red Sox, but Patriots are just still kicking up, and the Celtics and the Bruins are still over a month or so away. So haven't had a chance to do very much live streaming yet. So as the sports pick up, possibly the live streaming will be picking up. So hopefully we'll get a chance to do more live streams in the future. No, as a matter of fact, I probably won't even make this a commentary highlight. I'll just make this a highlight video. Garrett Crochet goes back to work, taking on Anthony Volpe, and the first pitch is a strike, so to speak. It was a little bit off the plate, but Crochet gets the call, and so 1 to Paul Goldschmidt. Crochet back on the rubber, 0-1. That one's way inside, and the count is 1-1. Trevor Story with the two-run double in the top of the third as Red Sox had the lead as Goldschmidt fouls one off. Counts 1-2. Goldie been 280, 10 home runs, 42 RBIs, struck out in the first on 3 pitches. Crochet's 1-2. It's a changeup on the outside part of the plate, and that is a ball. So 2-2 the count. Crochet seems to be, I don't want to say pulling, but yanking his pitches to the outside part of the plate. That was a good sweeper that came across, and Goldschmidt fouls it off, so the count's still 2-2. Crochet, glove in front of the face. He's ready. Goldschmidt's ready. 2-2 pitch. Goldschmidt will line one. Snagged by Bregman on the dive. Throws to first. What a play by the Gold Glover at third. That is absolutely sensational there from Breggy. And one gone here in the first. And I'll bring up Aaron Judge. He will look at a strike. Actually, no, excuse me. It was a ball inside. Again, Judge batting 326, 40 homers, 92 RBIs, struck out in the first. The 1-0, right on the outside middle part of the plate. And the count is 1-1. And Judge, when he's on. And when he's off, he is off. There's no medium for the big guy as he will foul one off on a sweeper, and the count is 1-2. On the season, he's 8 for 33 against the Red Sox, 242. So Judge will golf one to left field, and it'll be, let's see, just foul. Yep, just foul. So the count is 1-2. Golf with a one-handed kind of poke job, but couldn't keep it inside the line on left field, and they will do it again. I gotta look this up because I look it up every time, and it's kind of funny. Let me see. Yes, Crochet 2-2 is swing and a miss, but the ball gets away from Narvaez. He will throw down to first and retire Judge. So drop third strike and a pitch and a throw down to first. We'll get two gone here in the bottom of the third. So just some perspective. Garrett Crochet is 6'6", 250 something. Aaron Judge was 6'7", 282. So that is a big matchup in terms of players on this field. And Cody Bellinger will step in, and he will look at a four seam inside for a count of 1-0. Two of the some of the biggest guys in baseball were facing off there. Bellinger's 1-0. He will look at for a count of 2-0. Bellinger again will look at a ball 3-0. 272, 24 home runs, 75 RBIs for Belly. Giancarlo Stanton looming. Crochet's 3-0 pitch right on the outside corner for a strike, count 3-1 on a 98-mile-an-hour sinker. Crochet's 3-1. Grounded foul on another sinker, 97, and count full. The 3-2 pitch, Bellinger will foul that one off. There's a sign behind home plate, and I guess I missed it because I don't know how I might have missed that. Um, I think CC Sabathia got into the latest Hall of Fame, and Bellinger will look at strike three on the outside corner, and he does not like it one bit. And we will head to the top of the fourth. So Crochet gets out of it. Red Sox 2, Yankees nothing. That's the end of the third inning. We'll go ahead to the top of the fourth. Red Sox leading here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. So, like I said, there was a sign there, and I'm going to double check this because I don't want to be talking about nonsense here on this channel. I want to make sure our facts are all straight here. Yes, CC Sabathia was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in the class of 2025. In his first year of eligibility, had 87% of the votes. And it's not like he doesn't have it. 250 wins, over 3,000 strikeouts, a Cy Young Award, and a World Series title. Definitely a deserving member of the Hall of Fame. However, I want to give a shout out uh, to my mom. I don't know if my mom is watching. If she is, hi mom. Hope everything's going well. CC Sabathia was, besides a Red Sox player, was one of her. Uh, she always, I don't want to say she liked him because she doesn't like the Yankees, but she always enjoyed when CC Sabathia uh, pitched, um, simply because and he talked about this often. CC Sabathia said he actually went he actually went and got into better shape. And when he got into better shape and he tried to pitch, he didn't have any control over his pitches. So the weight actually allowed him to pitch better. And my mom always had a name for him. It was Clown Pants, and not because she was making fun of his weight. It's because no matter what he was, he would always wear like pants, I think like maybe a couple sizes over what he was. So it looked like he had parachute or clown pants on sometimes. So shout out to my mom who always enjoyed watching CC Sabathia pitch. Even though he was on the Yankees, she just always got a kick out of him. So top of the fourth now, Cody Bellinger managed not to get any thrown out, even though he spiked the helmet. Cedar Rafael will lead off for the Red Sox. He'll smoke one in center field all the way back there. It's going to be over the head of Todd Grisham and into Monument Park for a ground rule double. So Cedar will lead off the top of the fourth with a double, his 26th of the season. First pitch swinging for Cedar at the bottom of the zone and able to send it over the head of Todd Grisham. Actually, no, excuse me, Trent Grisham. I'm Todd Grisham. I'm thinking of the wrestler announcer, Todd Grisham. Hamilton will poke one into left field for a base hit. Bellinger up with it. Cedar will hold at third. So runners on first and third with nobody out. And that will bring up Carlos Narvaez. Let's look at Austin Wells behind the plate. As Warren comes set, Hamilton in first, Cedar at third, and Narvaez will take a look at a strike on a sinker. Count on one. Carlos, 245, 10 homers, 36 RBIs, had a single and scored a run in the third on a Trevor Story double. I'd also applaud Roman Anthony. The 0-1 pitch is outside, and the count is 1-1. Hamilton off first, 18 for 22 in steal opportunities. I don't think Cedon's going unless he's really bold. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back on a pitch just off the outside corner, but Carlos wasn't taking any chances and fouled it off. Red Sox in the gray uniforms, red letters and red numbers. Yankees in their traditional white and with the blue pinstripes and the Yankee logo on the left pec. I could say pec because these guys are athletes. Can't say it about anything else. The 1-2 pitch. Hamilton fakes like he's going, and that one came in, and I don't know if it got Narvaez, and I think they're going to give it to him. I think he got it right up there on the hands. Check here on the replay. Yep, got it right there on the left wrist. But not Alex Cora and the doctor got out about, actually, the trainer got out about halfway. Carlos says, I'm good. So they head back to the dugout. I'll bring up Roman Anthony. 282, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs, 1 for 2 with a single, and scored the second run on the Trevor Story double. First pitch to Roman, swung on and fouled off to the left side, and the count is 0-1. Rafael at third, Hamilton at second, and Narvaez at first. The 0-1 to Roman is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. Yankees getting the bullpen up with the lefty. Comes in, then you will get it. It's they said T Hill, so we'll get his first name, but Mr. Hill up in the bullpen for the Yankees, and Alex Bregman on deck for the Red Sox. The 0-2 pitch to Roman Anthony, and he swung on and fly to center field. Grisham underneath it, tagging and scoring is Say Don, and the runners, I believe, will move up to second and third. Yep, second and third with one out. And the Red Sox will extend their lead to 3-0. Bregman swing on the first pitch into left center field. Underneath it is Cody Bellinger. Tagging is scoring is David Hamilton. Narvaez will get to third. And the Red Sox, with a couple of smart outs here, will make it 4-0. Now bring up Jaron Duran with the runner on third. And he will look at a strike. Will Warren up to 66 pitches here in the first inning. Duran will look at a changeup below the zone for a ball. And the count is 1-1. Duran doing his little shimmy. And the 1-1 pitch. He will ground one to second base and be flipped on there. And that will retire the side. So, Red Sox get two more on a couple of sac flies, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox 4, Yankees nothing here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. A little bit of a shameless plug here as we are in commercial break, but a little bit of a shameless plug. Uh, if you guys are in the Lawrence area this not this weekend, but the weekend of the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st, come on down to around Common Street in Lawrence as the 102nd Feast of the Three Saints is happening at exactly 20 Common Street in Lawrence, Massachusetts. So if you're looking for some time, good time, and really important time for me and my family, as this is a very important sort of weekend for us, celebrating interceding three amazing saints in the Catholic Church who were martyred for not denouncing their faith. It means a lot to myself. It means a lot to my family. It means a lot to a bunch of people in the Merrimack Valley region in the northern part of Massachusetts. So come on down Friday, August 29th. Feast opens at 6 o'clock. We have all sorts of different things going on throughout the weekend. And we have a lot of different performances, a lot of different stands, a lot of good food. So if you're looking for a fun time, come on down to Common Street in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and it would mean a lot to me and my family. Bottom of the fourth, and Giancarlo will swing and send one out to right field. Rafael back at the wall, and that one is gone. Giancarlo Stanton with a home run to right center field. And the Yankees will cut the lead by one, and it is now 4-1 Red Sox in the first pitch of the fourth inning. Now I'll bring in Anthony Rosario, and he will take a strike. 16th home run of the year for Stanton, as the count is now 1-1 to Anthony Rosario. One pitch to Rosario. He will swing and miss at a cutter, and the count's 1-2. Rosario, actually, Ahmed Rosario, excuse me, I'm calling him Anthony all night, and a sweeper outside, and the count's 2-2. So my apologies to Ahmed Rosario for saying his name wrong for 3 innings. 2-2 to Rosario, and he will foul that one off. Also want to mention it was Jose Caballero who made the out to first to end the top of the fourth inning. Well, I've been calling him by his last name. 2-2 pitch. Rosario will poke one on the right field and will hit off the wall. Over to get it is Anthony. He will send it into second. Rosario will hold at first. Now bring up Trent Grisham. 0 for 1 today. As Crochet came inside, but Rosario kind of fought it off. Took a absolute big bounce off that sidewall. And if it might have gone past that sidewall, Rosario might have taken the turn to second. But Grisham in, grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. Stan talking with Judge, and I believe that's that's McMahon. And Grisham will look at a strike right down Broadway. And I can actually say that because we're in New York, so right down Broadway. Crochet, glove at the letters, the 0-1. Grisham will foul off a sweeper. Crochet, 56 pitches right now in the fourth. We'll look at Rosario at first and the 0-2 to Grisham. That is strike three right on the outside part of the plate. So one gone here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Anthony Volpe. 99 right at the bottom corner of the zone. Nothing Grisham could do that if he could, even though he tried to sway the umpire and shake his head. Nope, it's there, pal. Volpe right up. He will square the bunt, lay down one right to Crochet. He will go to first. And Rosario will slide into second. They're now 2 away. So the Red Sox, since the All-Star break, are trying to get back to 500 on the road. They are 8-9 on the road since the All Star break. I believe like just about 5 games under 500 on the road this season. As Jose Caballero will look at a strike. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, if they're that far below 500 on the road, what's it? What is it? Well, they're about 20 games over 500 at Fenway Park. So home field advantage is crucial this year for the Red Sox as a four seam almost gets away from Crochet, and the count is 1-1. Caballero reached on a walk his first time up. 60 pitches for the ace, Garrett Crochet. Look at second, he will fire, and a sweeper that Caballero did not offer at, and the count is 2-1. 4-1 your game. Trevor Story double and a couple sac flies got the Red Sox their runs, and a Giancarlo Stanton homer got the Yankees their lone run. As that pitch is just outside at the top left corner of the strike zone, and the count is 3-1. Crochet's offering, and that one's line caught by Hamilton at second. He will go to low at first and retire the side. So the lone Giancarlo Stanton homer is all the Yankees will get, and we are through 4 here in the Bronx. Red Sox 4, Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. I want to thank you guys all for sticking with me and joining us here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already, I know I'm starting to sound like a YouTuber. I know I'm starting to sound like a YouTuber because I keep saying this like every fifth sentence. But if you haven't already, give a like to the stream, leave a comment in the chat, make sure that subscribe button is hidden, and also once you hit that subscribe button, if you look to the right of the subscribe button, I believe, you should see a little bell. If you click that bell, it'll let you make the settings as to letting you know you will get a notification when a new video is posted. I don't think you'll get like a buzz or a vibrate or anything, but you will see on the screen, hey, Game Type Voice just uploaded a new video. And if you guys have already done that, super fantastic. Send the channel and the live stream over to friends. Tell them to send it to their friends. They will hopefully tell their friends to send it to their friends, and we can start growing this channel. I want to get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2025. That's my goal. By the end of 2025, I want to get to 100 subscribers. So we are almost a quarter of the way there. We're at 18, but I want to get to 100 by the end of 2025. We'll go from there. Back at Yankee Stadium, Trevor Story, he will hit one to right field. That one's back. That's at the wall. That one is gone. What a story Trevor's writing here in 2025. And the Red Sox have restored their 4-run lead. It is 5-1. So Story will get the Wally head for the first time today. He has just been sensational for the Red Sox this year. You cannot say enough about a guy who is probably in the third year. Yeah, he's in the third year of a 5-year contract that he signed a couple years ago, and injuries have really bugged him so much in his first 2 years with the Red Sox, but he is healthy He is back, and he is showing why the Red Sox went and got him from Colorado. And he is just absolutely incredible so far for the Red Sox and has been a great addition to this team and has taken that shortstop from Xander Bogaerts, who went out to San Diego. Pitch and change here from the Bronx. 5-1 Red Sox. You're watching Red Sox versus Yankees here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. So Trevor Story with his 20th home run of the year. And take a look. I saw something at the bottom feed. I want to see. Take a look here. Yeah, that was home run number 199 for Trevor. So he's one away from 200 for his career. So a little bit of an update as to the channel going forward. Like I said, just taking a look at the schedules. I'm trying to see if I can. I'm looking to see if I can find some graphic creations because I want to. At the beginning of the week, I want to post the schedules for the week on the channel because on YouTube you're allowed to post kind of like Facebook and kind of like Instagram. Um, and I want to try to post the schedule every week to see what's coming on the channel every week. But I'll let you guys know right now as we are back with the Bronx and Tim Hill, I believe, will come in to pitch for the Red Sox. Mondays will be commentary highlights. Tuesdays, more than likely, will be shorts. Wednesdays will be game time voice reports. And Fridays will either be vlogs or just passion projects that or videos that I'm interested in doing. So it'll be Mondays through Fridays. No videos on the weekends as I want to kind of make sure I'm not running myself ragged, but there should be a video 5 days out of the 7 days every week. So double check with that. Nathaniel Lowe, he will lace one into left field. That's a base hit. So Nathaniel Lowe on with no outs. And that'll bring up Masataka Yoshida. Lowe takes an inside pitch from Hill and slaps it the other way. And he will lead off first as Massa will dig in. He'll look at a strike on the inside corner. Tim Hill, the lefty, I believe the sidearm pitcher, 4-3 with a 2.88 ERA. He will bring it just outside, and the count is 1-1 to Massa. Massa 239, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, singled in the second. And he will poke one to left, could be two to second for one, on to first for a double play. Beautifully turned there by the Yankees, unfortunately. So I will take all the runners off base. I will bring up Cedon. Trevor Story, I cannot say enough about what he has done, not just with the bat, but with the glove. He has played exceptional this year. Cedon will look at a strike right at the bottom of the zone as a sinker. Let's reset that and let's reset that. Yep, now it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is just outside. The count is 1-1 to Cedon. Hill gets his sign, and the 1-1 pitch, Cedon swings and misses at a sinker off the bottom of the zone, and the count is 1-2. Hill comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Rafaela, and that is just inside. And Zidane did not go on the swing, and the count is 2-2. Rafaela will chop one to the pitcher Hill. He'll glove it, go to first, and that will retire the side. So Red Sox add on thanks to a Trevor Story home run, and we will go to the bottom of the fifth. Red Sox 5, Yankees 1. You're watching the Red Sox versus the Yankees here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Tell you guys, it's weird. It's getting weird because I'm seeing all these posts online of people talking about back to school, summer vacations finally over, this and that. Current job I work in the programming department of a television station, and we work year round. This is my first job that's a year round job, so there hasn't been an off season for me since I started back in February. So it's really important for me to be able to take days off going forward. I'm probably gonna take a couple. I got 2 weeks left this year, so I'll probably be taking some time off. Probably in, I'll say November. Um, but I'm enjoying myself at my job. I like my job. The people are good. The work's not too stressful. So, and I get to uh, I have time. They don't. It's 7 to 3 Monday through Friday, which means I get a chance to record videos when I come home, live stream, and do my part-time job of broadcasting, which is awesome. Back from the bottom of the fifth, and the first pitch from Garrett Crochet and Austin Wells is a strike. Crochet's 0-1 down below. The count is 1-1. Garrett Crochet trying to be uh, has become the fourth pitcher, I believe, or is about to, either way, with 200 pitches in the first 26 games of his career with the Red Sox. Chris Sale, Pedro Martinez, and Roger Clemens the other, as Austin Wells will foul one off, and the count is 1-2. So Crochet joining some elite company here in just his first season with the Red Sox. He's at 66 pitches in the fifth inning. See what that Alex Cora does. If the league gets bigger, he might give him a shorter leash. And Wells will foul off a sinker at 98, and it's count still 1-2. Crochet in his last 13 starts, 9-1, 2.77 ERA, and 107 strikeouts, and just 17 walks. He has been dominant. That is a sweeper, and that is strike three on the inside corner. So Crochet dealing, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the fifth. Let's see here. Let's see who, if I could find it. Carlos Torres is behind the plate today as Paul Goldschmidt looks at strike one. It's had a little bit of a wide strike zone for both teams. As I say that, one that he's called throughout the day is a ball. So count 1-1 to Paul Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 2 today. So a little bit of a wide strike zone here from Mr. Torres. And that's a safe pitch, and he's called that all day, but that one's a ball. So the 2-1 to Goldie. That's a strike. Just inside that outside corner. And the count is 2-2 to the former Arizona Diamondback and St. Louis Cardinal. 2-2 for Crochet. That one's fouled off. It's been a wide strike zone for Mr. Torres. Cody Bellinger voiced his frustration in the third inning on a strikeout. I think some of the Red Sox have not voiced it as loudly, but they voiced it. Crochet's 2-2. I want to golf into center field for a base hit. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. And I'll bring up Aaron Judge. Unbelievable what Goldschmidt just did. And Judge struck out twice today. But that 326 average, those 40 home runs, and those 92 RBIs still loom large. First pitch from Crochet. That one is skied to right. Roman right at the wall makes the catch. At one off the end of the bat, looked like it might have been gone, but it hung up. Yankee Stadium has seen its fair share of short home runs to right, but needed the wall to be 312 instead of 314. And Cody Bellinger will look at a ball in the dirt. Belly 271, 24 home runs, 75 RBIs, 1 for 2 with a single today. Crochet's 1-0. Bellinger will ground one to Nathaniel Lowe. He'll glove it and step on first for the out. So Crochet through 5, and the Red Sox with a 5-1 lead here as you're watching MLB baseball commentary here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Take a look. I don't know if we got any many games going on right now. Let's take a look. See. No, next game's not until 4:10 when the Blue Jays take on the Marlins. So we are the only game in town. Take a look at what's coming up. Blue Jays are playing the Marlins at 4:10. Nationals will be in Philadelphia to take on the Phillies at 6:05. 6:10, the Royals will be in Detroit to take on the Tigers. 6:40, the Rockies will be in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. At 7:05, Astros will take on the Orioles in Baltimore, and the Guardians will take on the Rangers in Texas. 7:10, Twins will be taking on the White Sox in Chicago. And the Giants will be taking on the Brewers in Milwaukee. 7:15, the Mets will head to Atlanta to take on the Braves. 8:10, the Reds will be facing Arizona Diamondbacks. 8:40, the Dodgers and the Padres renew their rivalry from Petco Park. 9:38, the Cubs and the Angels will be playing in Anaheim, and at 9:40, the Mariners will host the Oakland Athletics. As we are back here, and the first pitch to David Hamilton is a bunt that goes foul. David 1 for 2 today. Some action in the Yankees bullpen, as that is right there for strike two. David batted 182 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs, 1 for 2 with a single, and scored here today. Half pitch is outside, and the count is 1-2. The 1-2 from Hill. That is right there for strike three. So one gone here in the sixth, and I'll bring up Carlos Narvaez. It is a rivalry that has started to split friends and family. You're either a Yankee fan or a Red Sox fan, no in between. As the first pitch to Carlos is a ball outside. Carlos 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by a pitch as he looks at a strike on the inside part of the plate. The 1-1 pitch, and Carlos will line one just off the glove of the second baseman and into center field. So Carlos is 2 for 2 today. It just hit off the glove of the second baseman Caballero. And so Carlos is aboard with one out. And I'll bring up Roman Anthony 1 for 2 today. First pitch to him is inside with a sinker, and the count 1-0. Roman 1 for 2 with a single and a sac fly, scored a run and an RBI, batting 282 with 5 home runs and now 27 RBIs on the year. The 1-0 to him is on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Roman waggling that bat, and the first pitch to him, actually, no, the third pitch to him is right at the bottom of the zone for a strike, and the count is 1-2. 1-2 to Roman, just at the bottom of the zone there, and the count's 2-2. 1-2 to Roman, fouls it off, and actually, no, 2-2 now to Roman. And he fouled off the 2-2, so the count is 2-2, and Roman will dig back in. Pitch from Hill, swung on and missed at the bottom of the zone. And there are two gone here in the top sixth. And we will get a pitching change here from the Bronx with two gone here in the top of the sixth. So Red Sox 5, Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. I will say, there was a question. Uh, was a question of talking about myself, and I mentioned might be taking some time off in November. Uh, there is a trip to a place that I've wanted to talk about. I did when I was younger. One of the trips we used to one of the trips we did take was the summer of 2014, and the only reason why I remember the year is because it was the same time as the World Cup. Um, my family, there was about 10 of us. We went up to Vermont, and some of my family, I think, went to I want to say it was Winnipesaukee or something. I forget. Half of us went one place and half of us went the other. Um, some of my family I went to New York, another part of New York, and uh, anyway, I do know this. My parents and I we ended up going to Lake Placid. And if you guys have not had a chance to go, it is an extraordinary, awesome town. It's small, it's easy. It's the community there is great. We got a chance to check out the Olympic Village, which was great. As Alex Bregman will dig in, he'll look at a strike in the count zone one. Um, got to take a look at the Olympic Village. Enjoy our time there. Spent some time in the ice hockey rink. And looking forward to getting back there at some point, sometime. Hopefully this year, but we'll see how everything works out. Bregman looks at a ball, and the count is 1-1. 1-1 to Breggy. He will look at a strike at the top of the zone, and the count's 1-2. Should mention, let me see. Paul Blackburn now in pitching for the Yankees, and his fourth pitch is a sweeper outside, and the count's 2-2. Carlos Narvaez will lead off at first, and a 2-2 to Alex. He will ground one to third. Rosario will grab it. He will throw, and Bregman is retired. So, nothing going here in the top of the sixth, but the Red Sox still hold a 5-1 lead as you are watching MLB Baseball here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. And I will be right back, folks, just grabbing something real quick. All right. Everybody can hear me perfect? Sorry, I just had to go back and get a little bit of a refill on the water. I will say this, folks, and I'm not trying to steal a line. Shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, Billy Binges, on YouTube. He's a movie reactor. Really funny guy. Really enjoys content. He makes sure always when he's doing YouTube and any one of his videos, make sure to let his viewers know, drink your water, and I will second that motion. Got a little bit of a discussion here from the umpires. I'm not sure which for, but you're at to go here in bottom of the sixth. Garrett Crochet will face Giancarlo Stanton. And something's going on. We'll double check to see what the heck is the case here. Umpires are getting together. Now they're talking to Aaron Boone, and I don't know what the heck is going on. I apologize, folks, because I cannot turn on. Oh, we're getting a replay here. It looks like, I see. We got a pitch clock violation with Crochet in his warm ups. So Stanton's 1-0, and the first pitch he's actually going to see is a strike, and as it's a foul ball. So the old pitch clock violation, 1-1 from Crochet. Stanton will foul one off. So the 1-2 from Garrett. That's a swing and a miss. So Stanton strikes out. One gone here in the sixth. On a beautiful sweeper in the dirt. Good block there, too, by Narvaez. I'll bring up Ahmed Rosario. Two singles today. Batting average up to 291. First pitch he sees right at, well, that's actually below the bottom of the zone, but Crochet gets the call, and that's a strike one. Rosario's 0-1 pitch just inside and counts 1-1. Big lefty looks in, and the 1-1 pitch. Sorry, we'll foul one off here. Counts 1-2. Crochet up to 83 pitches. His 84th on the way. Rosario will ground one to second. Hamilton will glove it, throw on to low, and that will retire Rosario. And there are two gone here in the sixth inning. And I'll bring up Trent Grisham. So we'll see what happens here. Garrett can get out of here without throwing 90 pitches in this at bat, or at least this inning, as he will miss and the count's 1-0 to Trent Grisham, who's 0 for 2 with the fielder's choice and strikeout. So if he can get out of this inning under 90, he might come back out for the seventh. 1-0 pitch is inside, and Grisham did not offer. So count 2-0. So if he strikes him out here, he's going to throw at least 89. Foul one back. Count 2-1. So a strikeout's going to take at least 89 pitches. 2-1 pitch. Grisham will foul that one back. So 2-2. Crochet's delivery. Foul back again. So right at the number. Crochet nods his head. He's got his pitch. Big lefty's 90th pitch of the afternoon. Swung on and grounded to first, and the low will give it to Crochet, and that will retire the side. So Crochet at 90 pitches. We'll see what Cora does. But at the end of 6, it's the Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. I want to give a quick shout out. I know for a fact nobody's nobody's watching this there, but Red Sox are doing their 11th annual day out day out at the park. I forget what the name of it's called, but it's a viewing party at the Charles River Esplanade. Esplanade. Forget how. Um, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's on Sturo Drive, and they're doing a watch party out there. Um, I know for a fact they're not watching the Game Time Voice YouTube channel, although they might be. Maybe they got the. Although no, most fans would prefer to listen to Dave O'Brien. So we are at the 1 hour 56 mark. I'm heading to the top of the 7th. Take a look. I don't think they got the first pitch was at 110. Supposed to start at 105, but actually started about 5 minutes late. So about 1 hour and 51 minutes, I would say. As Jaron Duran will lead off the top of the 7th, and he'll look at a strike at the top left part of the zone. Jaron's 0 for 2 with a walk in the first today, batting 258, 12 homers, and 69 runs batted in. The 0-1 is outside for a ball. Blackburn out to pitch again for the Yankees. His 1-1, and Jaron will pop one up as he was jammed inside. Wells will battle the sun again. This time he will have it, and that will retire Durant. And I'll bring up Trevor Story, who, if you are just joining us here, has been the offensive spark plug for the Red Sox. In the third inning, a two-run double to get them their first lead, and then the fifth, a solo shot to right. So Trevor Story has been one of the stories today, along with Garrett Crochet. He will look at a strike on the inside part of the plate, supposedly, as home plate umpire Mr. Torres has had a wide strike zone for both teams today. Trevor wagging that back, the 0-1. Down below on a changeup. Count 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Trevor. There's a cutter up, had some movement on it. Trevor swings and misses, and that is a strike. So count 1-2. Story ready. Blackburn glove at the belt. The 1-2 pitch, and Trevor will foul it off to the right, and it's still 1-2. I shudder to think, but I'll ask it anyway. And you know what? No, this is just for fans in general. Um, and I'll pose the question here in a sec as Trevor will look at a ball down and away. As you know what? I'll save that question for another day. Um, saw some Red Sox fans with the Yukon Husky hat as Trevor will ground one to short. Volpe's got it. Throw on to first, and that will retire Trevor. So two gone here in the third. I'll bring up Nathaniel Lowe. So just baseball fans in general, do you prefer the look? I'm not talking nostalgia. I'm not talking any of that. Do you prefer the look of the old or the new Yankee Stadium? That's my question. Do you prefer the look of the old or the new? As Nathaniel Lowe will foul off his first pitch and the count's 0-1. I personally like the look of the new Yankee Stadium just because of the Monument Park and the bullpens and the scoreboard. I think more than anything, I like as Lowe will ground one foul on a pitch way inside. Counts 0-2. It just looks much more, I want to say, inviting and comfortable. And maybe the old one did. The 0-2 pitch to Nathaniel, fouled off his foot. Count remains 0-2. Lowe will take the bat off his shoulders. Blackburn's 0-2 pitch, and that one's high on a cutter. And it's 1-2. And Lowe will swing and miss at a sinker down below, and he will strike out. So that will do it here in the top of the seventh. Red Sox 5, Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. All right. So to my viewers, giving you guys a little bit of a preview. Um, Matter of fact, first before we get there, I'll answer some of you guys' questions. Some of you guys have left some comments down. Yeah, I agree. I agree with my viewers. It just looks like a ballpark you actually want to go to, as opposed to old Yankee Stadium that just looks absolutely crazy. just looks weird. Um, Although the old ballpark, old ballpark has had moments. Um, as a Red Sox fan, I can't really talk about Yankee moments because, although I will say this, my favorite moment is, of course, the comeback from 3-0 deficit in Yankee Stadium. Um, but maybe a non-Red Sox moment in Yankee Stadium was the last year of it, 08. Like Josh Hamilton's performance in that home run derby, that was awesome to watch. But I just enjoy watching a game at Yankee Stadium, at least on the TV, much more at the new one than the old one. So, bit of a heads up before we get to the top of the seventh. Uh, Friday on the channel, different kind of video. Um, Sort of a video essay. On Friday, I'm going to be doing a video talking about my journey as a UMass Lowell hockey fan. Uh, Take a look at how I got started, how it ended up, and you know, just the overall enjoyment I get from being a fan of UMass Lowell. So loving that. And we, as I mentioned that, we are 42 days away from opening night. So looking forward to that. Crochet back out and the first pitch to actually no, excuse me. This is just a recap. I kind of jumped the gun. Crochet has had a good day. We'll see if it will continue. And it will. With 90 pitches, the ace will get out for the seventh. Thrown 90 pitches and 63 of those for strikes, including 8 strikeouts. So 90 pitches for Crochet. And we'll face Anthony Volpe to begin things here in the seventh. First pitch is a sinker away, and the count's 1-0. Volpe's 0 for 1 with a sac bunt in the fourth. He'll look at a ball inside. So 2-0, Crochet's pitch. That is on the inside corner for a strike and count 2-1. Volpe pulled off my move there as he went to put his arms up and back off and get out of the way, but ball wasn't even close. Now we'll foul one back. I used to do that in Little League all the time. I would jump back a little bit on a pitch that is clearly on the inside corner. Partly because I didn't want to get hit, but otherwise maybe to sell the call a little bit. 2-2. That's right there on the outside corner for strike three. Ninth strikeout of the day for Crochet. There's one gone. So can Crochet give the Red Sox back-to-back 7-inning outings from him and Brian Bayo last night? First pitch to Jose Caballero is a ball up and the count's 1-0. Crochet's next pitch is swung on and fouled on a cutter and it counts 1-1. Crochet's 1-1 at the bottom of the zone. That is a ball. It counts 2-1, and Crochet's at 98 pitches. 2-1 pitch. All right, at the bottom of the zone, and it counts 2-2. Jose's 0 for 1 with a walk. Had 236, 4 home runs, and 31 RBIs. 2-2 pitch from the big left-hander. Swung on a miss on a big sweeper and a bad swing from Caballero. And there are two gone. And that is strikeout number 500 for Garrett Crochet in his career. So 500 strikeouts for Garrett Crochet, and his first pitch to Austin Wells is a foul ball. And Crochet, 500 strikeouts at 26 years of age. So he's just now entering his prime. And check swing foul by Austin Wells, and the count's 0-2. Wells over 2 with a pop out and a strikeout, so average down to 210, 17 home runs, and 58 RBIs. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Garrett Crochet with another masterpiece at 103 pitches. So that's the end of 7. And we will be back with the top of the 8th. Red Sox 5, Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. This guy is an ace in every way, shape, and form. If only the Red Sox did a much better job of surrounding him with maybe one more and a solid pitching staff. Because I think the Red Sox. So let's look ahead to next year's offseason. Red Sox get Bregman. Story, I believe, has 2 years left on his deal. I think you re sign Casas. He's your first baseman. Marcelo Meyer, when he's healthy again. There's your second baseman. Narvaez is a really good catcher and has him pop to the bat. And your outfield is in abundance. So your lineup is set. Next year, I think you got to get a number 2 to go with Crochet. And if you get a number 2 to go with Garrett, then I think your rotation's much better. Because I think Bayo is a starter. Bayo should be a part of the rotation. I think he'd be a great number 3. So now you just got to fill up the 4 and 5 hitter, 4 and 5 pitchers. Masataka Yoshida to dig in the top of the 8th, and he'll look at a ball inside. Masa 1 for 3 today with a single. Next pitch is outside for a ball, 2-0. Blackburn's 2-0 pitch to Masa, down below the zone, 3-0. Final line for Crochet is 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts on 103 pitches, 72 of them for strikes. And Yoshida was about halfway out of the zone and was called back for a strike on by Torres. Torres has just been inconsistent with his strikes on all day, and I'm saying that for both teams. 3-1. That one's definitely up, and that's a walk. So Massa on with nobody out, and that'll bring up State on. First pitch to Rafael. Oh, grounded to short. Volpe will go to second for one on to first. That's a double play. Weissart up for the Red Sox as looks like he will be coming in for the eighth inning. Hopefully the Red Sox can get some more insurance because I wouldn't like to see Roldis Chapman today. Give him the day off today, and I'm ready to go for tomorrow. David Hamilton digs in. 1-0 pitch to him is grounded fair down the first base line, head to the corner. Judge over to get it. Actually, Stanton over to get it. Hamilton's digging around second. He's headed to third. He will dive and get in there without the throw. Ball gets away, but backed up by Blackburn. Hamilton is on third base with a triple. And he was flying around the bases. Stanton came over to get it, and Hamilton was flying, and he got to second, and the helmet came off, and he dove. If the throw was, I don't know if the throw, if it was online, I don't know if he gets him or not, but David Hamilton with his first triple of the year, and a runner in scoring position for Carlos Narvaez. First pitch to him is high for a ball. One 0 to Carlos. Swung on a miss on a cutter on the outside part of the plate. Counts 1-1. Hamilton leads off from third. 1-1 to Carlos. Foul back on a jam shot, just as knees. And the count's 1-2. Hamilton will lead off again. And Blackburn will come set. And his 1-2 pitch. Narvaez will foul it off again. Carlos being a little bit of a pest right now. And the next 1-2 pitch will foul it off again. Blackburn already up to 32 pitches. Likely his final inning. And Narvaez will look at a ball down. And the count's 2-2. Roman Anthony on deck. The 2-2 to Narvaez. That one's to right field, down the line. Stan will give it a look, but it's into the seats. So another foul ball. showing a replay of Roman Anthony's two-run homer in the game 2 nights ago. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, go check out my channel. I posted the short of it on the channel here. 2-2 to Narvaez. Fouled off again. I believe this will be the ninth pitch of the at bat. And Narvaez will swing and miss on a sweeper. So Blackburn will win that battle, and we will go to the bottom of the eighth. Red Sox 5, Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. So, just to give you guys an idea going forward, once depending on when the game is, actually no, I'll just say this. I will say this. I don't believe we'll be doing any Patriots streams in the near future, just because it's the timing is actually no. I might do some. We'll see. I might do some. Um, 4 o'clock games aren't going to work. Any night games aren't going to work because of obviously work. Um, we might do some 1 o'clock games, so I will get to you guys back on that. Um, Bruins, I will definitely see if I can do some games. More likely, any streams will probably be on the weekends, uh, just because it'll allow me to kind of stream and then get a chance to rest. Um, so more than likely, those will probably be any. More likely, we'll say Friday or Saturday, and that's if there's not any uh, UMass Lowell games. So we will double check and see. Red Sox we will do. Uh, Celtics will do. Bruins will do. Patriots, depending on time, will do. UMass Lowell road games will probably do. But looking forward to hopefully doing a lot more live streams in the future for the channel. Greg Weishart in to pitch the bottom of the eighth, and he will face Ben Rice, and that'll be a strike on the outside corner. Rice pinch hitting, 243, 20 home runs, 47 RBIs on the year. Weishart's 0-1 is a changeup in the dirt, and it counts 1-1. Weishart sets the 1-1 pitch, and Rice will sky one to center field. Raphael is there, and that is the first out of the inning. Looking at the replay here, Trevor Story went back looking for it, and he's like, I have no idea where it is. That's because it's about 20 feet behind him, and Cedon was able to get it. And Weishart will now face Aaron Judge. And Judge will golf one to right field. That will get up against the wall. Raphael over to get it. Judge will rumble into second base for a double. And Aaron Judge is off this snide today. This 26th double of the year. This is the biggest worry sometimes with the Red Sox is that it's either their starting pitching doesn't do well and the bullpen doesn't have a chance, or as Cody Bellinger looks at a ball, they get a great start and more often than not they do well, although sometimes they just can't close the door. Bellinger will foul one off to make it 1-1. And unfortunately, most of the time it tends to be Garrett Crochet starts. So Wisehart's 1-1 to Cody Bellinger with Stanton on deck, who's already homered today. Geez, voice crack. Bellinger will look at a pitch inside and count 2-1. Weiser looks back at Judge, the 1-1, and Bellinger will golf it past David Hamilton in the right field, a base hit. Judge will stop at third. So first and third with one out, and here comes Stanton. So all of a sudden, things have gotten interesting. And here comes Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach. Well, now it's sweaty palms time. Judge at third, Bellinger at first, Stanton, who's already homered, and Weishart's first pitch is a sweeper at the bottom of the zone that Stanton fouls off his tree trunk of a leg. And the count's 0-1. Promising news for the Red Sox. Stanton's career versus Weishart 0-4 with a strikeout. Let's hope that trend continues. 0-1. Slider, did he go? Yes, he did. And the count's 0-2 on a nasty sweeper. So Weishart 0-2 to Stanton. And here's the pitch. And that one's low. Did that one go? No, he did not. That time Stanton able to hold off on the chase. Oh, 2 pitch and 1-2 pitch, and Stanton will foul that one off. Big, big moment here for Weishart. 1-2. Runners first and third. And he will swing and miss Stanton for a strikeout. Big, big moment there for Weishart, and there are 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. A slider down and in that Stanton swung and almost folded like a chair on. And Alex Cora is going to go to the bullpen here. And he went to the bullpen to Justin Wilson, the left-hander, as Jazz Chisholm was going to bat for Ahmed Rosario. So we'll take a break. We'll have a pitching change, and we'll be back with the bottom of the eighth. Red Sox 5, Yankees 1. Here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. And again, want to give a shout out as they're just showing it here. $5 million raised by the Jimmy Fund this year going towards cancer research. So huge shout out to all the people that worked for that. Everybody at Nesson who was such a big partners in that. And all the athletes in Boston. Jeremy Swayman for the Bruins. A lot of the Red Sox. Big shout out to them for pitching in the cause as well. Back to Yankee Stadium and pitch change here for the Red Sox. Justin Wilson, 3-1 with a 2.79 ERA and 48 appearances. Will face Jazz Chisholm, who will swing and miss at a fastball. Counts on one. Wilson's 0-1 pitch. Swung on a miss again. 0-2 now. Chisholm pitch hitting at 237 on the year. And Jazz will call for time. Judge at third, Bellinger at first. The 0-2 from Wilson is outside, ball one. Wilson's 1-2. Swung on and missed at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And Wilson comes in and gets out of the jam. So we'll head to the top of the ninth. Red Sox 5, Yankees 1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. To my two, well, I don't know. I forget how many. I don't know how many viewers we had. It tells me one. I think it might be a little bit more than that. But to any of my viewers, um, watching, what do we think of the score bug? Um, Shout out to keepthescore.com. It's a free account that I created today. I figured it was a better thing to look at than this, which can't really read that much. But what do you guys think of that scoreboard as opposed to this? I think it looks much better than it used to. So if you guys are enjoying it, I will be doing more than likely something like this for all of my live streams because I think this is just a beautiful thing to look at. Haven't had a chance to take a look at what it looks like for other sports, but I'll probably look into that later. So, Red Sox, I believe, let's take a look at the schedule. I think they have one more game with the Yankees. Yeah, tomorrow night, Sunday night baseball, and then they head to Baltimore. And the first pitch of the ninth is Blackburn's still out there. And Roman Anthony will look at a strike. So 0-1 to him. Blackburn's 0-1 pitch. Down below 1-1. 2-1 pitch upcoming to Roman Anthony. And he swung in to right field. Stanton going back to the wall. It's off the top of the wall. Anthony's going to dig it for second. And the throw gets away to third base. So at the moment, runner on second. And this is going to be an interesting one. There were two people going for a ball for the ball, and they're not going to take a look at it. Nobody's going to challenge it, so it's going to be a double. And here comes Alex Bregman. His first pitch, he'll ground it to short. Volpe will go to first, and there's one gone. Roman will advance to third on the play. So that'll bring up Jaron Duran. And the Red Sox will looks like Hicks will is up in the bullpen, so hopefully they can get an extra run here. As Duran's 1-0 pitch is a strike at the top of the zone. So the count's 1-1. Duran 0 for 3 today. Let's see if he can get a fly ball deep. And he will send it to center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. In to score is Roman Anthony. Jaron Duran will with a single. And the Red Sox will extend their lead to 6-1. I'll bring up Trevor Story with the runner on first, and the first pitch is a strike. Trevor's had a heck of a day. Double, solo home run, and 3 RBIs. This might be the perfect time for the 200th of his career as he swings and misses on a nasty sweeper. Counts 0-2. Trevor, bat on his shoulders, now lifts it up. Blackburn still in there. 0-2 pitch, and Trevor will lace it through the right side for a single. Stan will grab it. Duran's going to go to third. Throw in from Stan, and Duran's in safely at third. So now first and third for 1 out. And Trevor Story will hopefully, more than likely, finish a triple shy of the cycle today. So first and third with one out, and that'll bring up Nathaniel Lowe. First pitch to him, and he will lace it into left field. That's going to drop, and Duran will score. So the Red Sox will extend their lead to 7-1. Daniel Lowe has been great pickup for the Red Sox. Provided a good bat and a first baseman, which is something they desperately needed. First pitch to Masataka Yoshida is a ball. Masa 1 for 3 with a single and a walk, batting average up to 237. The 1-0 pitch is a strike. I don't want to be that guy, but I will be that guy. Carlos Torres is, out of all the games I watched this year, he's had the worst strike zone. Like the worst strike zone I've seen this year. Like it is tough, some of these pitches he's calling. 1-1 to Massa. He will golf a fly ball to the first base side, and it is caught. Let me see. Was there a defensive substitution that I missed? Yep, Ben Rice is now at first base. So Rafael will line one into the right field for a base hit. Story will round third, and he will head home. Throw is inside, and the Red Sox will extend their lead to 8-1. Don gets in on the scoring expedition. And with two outs, Red Sox doing some damage. That'll bring up David Hamilton. So he'll look at a ball. Next pitch, he will look at a strike. I wish you guys, hopefully, you guys are watching and listening to me, or if you're just watching me, thank you, but you can't see this, but there's at least 2 inches sometimes with these strike calls with Torres. That one, the same exact spot, and he just called it a ball. And it's been for both teams. 2-1 pitch. Hamilton will grab it up. Volpe with a snag. He will throw it to first, and it sails on him. Bangs off the rubber, and Lowe will score. And the Red Sox will push this to 9-1. Volpe kind of slid, let that go. And it is a rout in the Bronx. And the Red Sox are on their way to improving to 8-1 in the season series versus the Yankees. And there's a lot of red and white in the in Yankee Stadium right now. Carlos Narvaez up with 2 outs, and he will foul one off. One pitch from Blackburn. Strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Narvaez taking ball. Yankee Stadium starts to empty out. 1-2 to Narvaez. Holds up there, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. So Blackburn, this guy has come out of the bullpen. Wasn't the original starter. He's thrown 61 pitches. I don't know how stretched the Yankees bullpen is, but it can't be this stretch that you've let this guy in this long. And he just threw over to first, and Rice is like 6 feet off the bag. And that's a balk, and a run is going to score. And the runner at first is going to go to second. And the Red Sox have made it double digits. It is now 10-1. The guy threw over, and Rice, the first baseman, wasn't anywhere near the bag, and it caused a balk. So the runners advance, and the run scores. Now Narvaez will launch one into left field. This one's back, and it is into the Red Sox bullpen. The former Yankee makes it 12-1. This, to quote the great Jack Edwards, who recently retired with the Bruins, this is a skunking. Now Roman Anthony will look at a strike. Next 0-1 outside. 1-1 way outside. Why I honestly, Aaron Boone, this might be a fireable offense on your part. How have you let this guy stay in there this long? How bad is your bullpen? Now Roman will lay off, and it's 3-1. 66 pitches from a relief pitcher. Although maybe he's a starter that was sent to the bullpen. 3-1 Roman, that's outside. So another runner on. Here comes Bregman. First pitch he sees is a strike. The funniest part is they're showing Yankees fans who are sad, and the Red Sox fans, more often than not, they're just laughing more so than anything. And I don't think they're laughing at Yankees fans, although they might. You never know. But it's they're probably just as shocked as anybody else. 1-2 to Bregman, and he will pop it up. Chisholm out to get it, and mercifully, the ninth inning is over. So the Red Sox hang. I forget. I think it's like a 6 or a 7 spot, and we will go to the bottom of the ninth with the Red Sox leading 12-1 here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Man, I am telling you guys, I did not expect this scoreline, especially after the first two games. And I know the first game was 6-3, but it was 4-3 heading into the ninth inning. So it was close for most of it. And last night was a 1-0 grind where Connor Wong's double was the only difference. But I did not expect this. 12-1. Funniest part, this might not be the worst. This isn't the worst, I think, route. This might not be the worst route. I think I remember in 2018 when there was the Red Sox played the Yankees in the division series. I think there was a 16-1 game where Brock Holt hit where a cycle. So Jordan Hicks gonna get some run, and luckily he's got plenty of stuff to work with as the Red Sox just hung a 7 spot. And his first pitch to Trent Grisham is a strike. And the reason I say that is because Jordan Hicks 1-7 with a 6 ERA on the year. It's probably the best situation for him. And Josh Nixon Garcia, recent call up, is now in left field. And as a defensive replacement. And Grisham will line it to center field. Rafael is there over and over, and he will make the catch for the first out of the ninth. Now I'll bring up Anthony Volpe. Volpe digging in 0 for 2. First pitch from Hicks is fouled off. Volpe 0 for 2 with a sac bunt in the fourth. Hicks is ready. Volpe ready. The 0-1 pitch is grounded. Diving play by Hamilton. Gets up, fires to first. What a play there by David Hamilton. Great job there from David there. Not the best with his bat, but his speed and his glove is what gets him into the lineup more often than not. So that'll bring up Caballero. He will look at a ball for the first pitch. 1-0. Right at the top of the zone for a strike. The 1-1 from Hicks. Down and away, 2-1. Shout out to my viewers, and more specifically, my dad, one of my most loyal viewers, is 2-1 to Caballeros, is up and high. Counts 3-1. Shout out to my dad. There was actually a 19-3 game back in 2019. So 19-3. So this isn't even close to the worst. 3-1 pitch from Hicks is high, ball 4. I think Big George is rolling over in his grave right now. My question is, where's George Costanza when you need him? Austin Wells digs in. He'll look at a strike at the bottom of the zone. So the count's 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Wells will swing, and that will do it. Roman Anthony with the catch. So Red Sox with a 12-1 victory here in New York, backed by an excellent, excellent performance by Garrett Crochet, and the offense led by Trevor Story, who finished a triple shy of the cycle, but everybody contributed in the ninth to blow it open and take game 3 of this series, looking for the sweep tomorrow night. So we will say goodbye here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Thank you guys, as always, for your constant viewing and your support of the channel. And I will be back hopefully with more streams and more videos. So pay attention. Commentary highlights on Mondays. Game Time Voice Report comes out on Wednesdays. And other videos slash vlogs out on Fridays with shorts in between on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Before you leave, like this video, leave a comment down in the chat, and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on when those videos come out. I'm going to sign off for now. My name is Mike Walsh. Thank you for joining me here on the Game Time Voice YouTube channel. Your final score, Red Sox 12, Yankees 1, here on the Game Time Voice channel. Game Time Voice, the voice of the common sports fan.